Zoos. Facilities in which animals are kept within enclosures for public exhibition and often bred for conservation purposes. The first modern zoo was the Tierpark Hagenbeck in Germany, and they now span worldwide. In the United States alone, zoos are visited by over 181 million people annually. With so many locations and so many visitors, it's hard to fathom all of the animals each of these facilities combined hold. But did you know there are some animals that you won't see in any of these facilities? Join us, as we take a look at some of the animals you won't find in any zoos. People go to zoos and aquariums to get up close to species that we would never encounter otherwise. Education and conservation is part of the mission of modern zoos, but there are some animals you'll probably never see there. Certain animals can't be provided for, then there are just some animals that for whatever reason, don't thrive under human care. With that, let's get started. For our first animal you will never see in any zoo. The great white shark. Aquariums have tried to keep great white sharks in captivity, with little success. During the 1970s to 1990s, many aquariums tried to capture and keep great white sharks. It was discovered that they're not easy to trap, and once they are trapped they injure themselves. Most died, some were released, and the longest-lasting shark only made it 6 months. In 2016, a great white shark died after 3 days in a Japanese aquarium because the shark refused to eat. These sharks also like to roam, and their habitat can't be replicated in a way that they would be able to give them the freedom to do so. Up next, narwhals. Known as the unicorns of the sea for their long narrow tusks, narwhals are elusive. They're skittish and hunt deep in the water. Unlike other whales, narwhals, which can live more than 100 years, die shortly in captivity, greatly reducing the opportunity to study them. The reason why narwhals don't fare well in captivity is not perfectly clear. It's fairly common to see their closest living relative, the beluga whale, in aquarium tanks where they appear to live happy and long lives. However, it is evident that narwhals are exceptionally sensitive animals. Studies have also indicated that the species is extremely sensitive to human-made noise. Even a single ship passing through their environment can be enough to radically upset their behavior. For our next animal not found in zoos. The giant squid. The largest giant squid scientists have found, weighed almost a ton, and you won't see one anytime soon. Because the ocean is vast, and giant squid live deep underwater, they remain elusive and are rarely seen. Most of what we know comes from dead carcasses that floated to the surface and were found by fishermen. Besides the logistical challenges of keeping squid alive in captivity, it is near impossible to go out, find one, capture it alive and then keep it alive in captivity. Next up, Saola. Found only in the Annamite Mountains of Vietnam and Laos, the Saola was only discovered in 1992, according to the World Wildlife Fund. Known as the Asian unicorn, the Saola is critically endangered and has rarely been seen. The actual size of the remaining population is unknown, and its rarity, distinctiveness, and vulnerability make it one of the greatest priorities for conservation in the region. The current population is thought to be a few hundred at a maximum and possibly only a few dozen at a minimum. Because of their dwindling population, you won't find them in any zoo. For our final entry, mountain gorillas. Many attempts were made during the 1960s and 1970s to capture endangered mountain gorillas and breed them. Many adult mountain gorillas were killed to obtain live babies, none of which survived in captivity. The reason why they failed to survive is unclear, since lowland gorillas have been kept and even bred successfully in captivity. Perhaps their dietary needs are more specific, or they were affected by stress and therefore succumbed to disease more rapidly. To date, no mountain gorillas are known to exist in any captive facility. So, what did you think of some of these animals that you'll never see in captivity? Did any of these entries surprise you? Drop a comment and let me know. Thank you for watching.